There we go. Back. Everybody's just so else this nigga. Come dings. Wow. This is great. We're just into the great intellectual conversations of niggy poopy. All right, sweet. I miss Ignar. Sad, Daddy died. Yeah, I totally died. Totally. I am dead. I'm just the soul. I'm just like the literal embodiment before you. Like, the corpse is over there, somewhere in the other side of the house, but until then, I thought I can at least sit in place. I mean, because, as you know, souls and the actual embodiments of, like, the body itself are two separate entities. Like, I don't know if you know this, but y'all are being controlled by people like us. Just saying. We're all, like, controlling you. So, y'all think you're all just, like, doing your own thing with, like, the illusion of free will. But no, in reality, it's us controlling you guys. I just thought that, hey, you know, since we can at least morph into anything we kind of fucking want, I thought, hey, I might as well, you know, at least look like him. You know, pure with some stuff that looks like, you know, he would wear. And then just, well, sit in for you guys. So, I'm about to trip with a friend next weekend. Family's leaving town. Fuck yeah, dude. That sounds awesome. I kind of want to, I seriously need a trip, dude. I really want to. I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm ready for another trip. I'm like at that point in my self right now. Not even just because of bullshit, but just because, yeah, I feel like I'm in a good mindset, you know, in either way, you know, to where I can want to do it, and I want to anyway. Because, like, I think if you are telling yourself, I'm okay with wanting to go ahead and through with this, I think you're in the right mindset. Shart, I don't know, mind shit. But, yo, Doc MC, what's up? Ignore hit dad. I always hit him. I have to make sure he does what he has to do, right? So I have to make sure he put a little motivation in there, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get some motivation, so you gotta, pull out the whip. If I had a whip, I honestly be like a rip-off Indiana Jones right now. Whip, little satchel on the side with all, like, treasure maps and tiny little trinkets from adventures I've been on. The banking clan is here. Would you like to make a deposit with the banking clan? Had Melty been calling? No? Whenever you come on here, you make me nervous now, dude. Because whenever you mention shit like that, I always assume there's somebody coming over and makes me nervous. Because no one ever hits me up if they are or not. It's like, god damn it. Like, there's ways to communicate, like, there's ways to, like, communicate, hey, let's get together and, like, communicate if we want to hang and shit. Stefan, you're getting triple parentheses. You got the triple parentheses. Doormat says show up, oh no. Well, that hasn't happened in days. And look, so, it's because of past histories of this shit. And I'm sitting here just like, the fuck. Because if it happens, I'm just gonna be like, okay, dude, go, like, dude, no, stop, please, no, stop, stop, stop. I'm trying to get this stupid fucking... Seriously? Come on, Keith. Fuck. Keith's clogged out. Great. And my fingers are a little too clammy. Is there anything I can... No. Great. Well, stuck with shirt then. It's been X days since the last storm. Okay. What if Logan shows up unannounced with a bottle of whiskey? That's a gift. I call that a gift. I mean, I really am not in the mood to drink, but if you're gonna bring it, fuck it, fine. I'll take a shot. If you're gonna bring whiskey and be like, want some whiskey? I'd be like, literally right now, I'd be like, but I guess, sure, you got Coke? Got something I can mix it with? Because I'm definitely want to be in the mood to take straight shots of liquor of any type right now, man. If it is, wow, now I finally opened the keef. But if it is, it has to be mixed. And honestly, probably mixed in a sense that it is more lenient on the side of the mixed part of it. Not just, not like 50-50. Like the Coke would have to be the majority, not the whiskey. Do you like Logan? Oh yeah, I do. I find, like, I do, but, don't confuse, my problems with his belief systems as me not liking him. Like, he's a good friend, and he means well. I just, I just got little peeves about him, but, I got peeves about Tyler, I got peeves about Harley, I got peeves, there's, minor, benign peeves about all my friends I got, and I'm sure they do too with me. So it's just like, despite that, yeah, I do. I mean, to be fair, there's definitely a lot of things about myself that would not be myself if it wasn't for him just being around. I mean, there was straight up a point in time where he was staying with me for a month because he needed a place to stay while he was switching apartments. So it was, switching to places to move. So, there was times where we had to kind of, bond for a while, be like, all right, we gotta just live with each other for a little bit. And, I mean, for me, that kind of made me realize, I don't know if him and I would probably be the best roommates, at least, in the same room together, really, necessarily. I mean, but overall, like, I mean, him and I, like, work best when, we, like, meet for a day, hang out for a little bit at night, then, call it good from there. But, I mean, to be, like, in one, like, not, pretty much what I'm getting at is, like, too much of Logan at one time would be a little too much for me. But to have, like, a couple times a week, 4 or 5, like 4 times, like 5 at the max, days with Logan shit, that ain't a bad idea. Or, a bad thing, really. I mean, even if it's all week. It's just that for me, personally, I like to have a few days in my week where it's just my day, just like seclusion area, I just want to do my thing, recoup, go to sleep for a little longer than I normally would, stuff like that. So I get, it's just that, just by that nature, I already have like a couple days in my week where I'm just like, no, buddy, please, no, go away. It's just like, I would like to have some seclusion area, just be chilling, do my own thing time. So, it just kind of depends. One emoji did not show, but I'm seeing a brown square and then a Muslim. Or a sheik. It's just a person with a green turban. Please, only 5 out of 7 days of the week. I'd really appreciate just one day alone. Also, I'd really like my stapler back, please. Well, I don't have a stapler, and nor do I really need one. I mean, there's one in the house, but I don't need one. And why? No. Fuck off. I don't care. How about that? I don't care. Ah. Boom. Please. Meep. Meep? Please, meep. Meep is really appreciate my state. Okay. I think Carl's in his own little world right now. Just quoting his world. This Kalinske bit, Democracy Smile. Oh yeah, that is a Kyle Kalinske bit, isn't it? It's been a long time since he's done that bit. Whoa. He's going on Jerry for a third time. TJ, we need to catch up. Low key for real though. I'm kind of hoping maybe Kyle could put in a word for TJ. Maybe. I mean, like, it's actually I'm pretty excited that Kyle's going back on Jerry, low key. Because like, honestly, like what I liked more about his meetings with Jerry, Joe Rogan, is not really his political talks, but just literally the random conversations in between everything. I really like I guess just because I've watched Kyle enough times now to where I'm just like I just kind of can enjoy, any conversation that he would have to at least some extent. Be like, what's he saying? Okay, all right, he said that. Just being like, just following him for, a few years now. But, yeah, like, I mean, what was I about to say? But, overall, like that'd be it's fucking cool, dude. Which is what's really interesting. He has like 2 flights he's gonna have to do. He's going to Politicon, which is the 27th to the 8th, I think. And then he's going to LA on the 29th to meet with Joe Rogan. Like that's a lot of like it's like damn son, you're on a hustle for that week. I mean, I'm kind of bummed out Politicon's in Nashville. Now that I know that they actually go from place to place, and that their con goes anywhere and everywhere, I kind of hope they come to Portland now. I might try to make Politicon. I just made the drive to Tennessee. It's not bad. Nice. Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure Nashville's probably from where you were at. Nashville's on the west side of Tennessee? Like, there's a north or south Tennessee. There's, like, an east and west Tennessee. Like, it's so thin, there's not much of a north or south Tennessee. For the festival, it's halfway between Nashville and Knoxville. Oh, so it's not that far off, I would assume. I don't know where Knoxville and Nashville are in Tennessee specifically. I think, if I at least remember correctly, I think Nashville's on the west side and Knoxville's on the east side of Tennessee. But again, I could be wrong. I don't know much about the geography of Tennessee. I just know where it is. I just, on the map, but that's it. Actually, it's on it over here. I can just look. Oh, yeah. Well, that was correct. Yes, it's easy. That's a not bad drive at all. Yeah, Nashville's literally, in between the west and center side of Tennessee, and Knoxville's on the eastern side. Like, Knoxville's just straight up east side, and Nashville's, kind of in the center western side of Tennessee. So it's kind of, it's kind of in there. Do you have a map of the U.S.? Yeah, right over here. Yeah, when I sat over here, in this area, y'all would be, chilling over there, you would see the map in the background. But here, I'll show you it. That's right. So, right there. There's a map of Reykjavik, and that's that poster when I saw Manson live. But, yeah. America. 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 Get out of here. There we go. Okay. I had 2 nugs pop out, and then I had this tiny one just come out of nowhere, like it ascended from a 4th dimension. I'm not complaining. I'm just not going to say anything or complain. I'm just going to let that happen. I just had a nug. This nug just ascend from out of nowhere. I have 2 fatties and then that one. I'm just like, where did this come from? It wasn't attached to nothing. Well, maybe fell off one of these nugs, who knows. Boom, there we go. Bang. No. Some of it fell off. Is Shen Bapiro? Shen Bapiro? What the fuck? Shen Bapiro. 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 Shen Bapiro. I just like to simply call him Ben Shitpiro. That's what I like to kind of call him, honestly. Shapiro alert! Shapiro alert! Or can we at least get a condolence prize of Kyle versus Ben Shapiro's wife? Dude, honestly, I'm just going to tell you now, Ben Shapiro's going to puss out. Because he's a little bitch. And he doesn't want to face any challenges. Because it hurts his feelings. Because he's all about feelings, even though he claims to be the logic and facts guy. So, yeah. Not going to happen. I want it to, but I just know it ain't going to happen, dude. Ben Shapiro's too much of a puss. Like, he got ripped to shreds by Andrew Neil, a British conservative, and called him a lefty. Like, Ben is so far as a reactionary, emotional child that I don't see him accepting a debate with Kyle. He's gonna get roasted on a fucking open platter. Talking about Ben being roasted. And he knows that. And he doesn't want to face that. So he'd rather just puss out and say, oh, I had a planned debate with this person. I don't know. You know, or be like, oh, I had plans and I wasn't actually going to be a political comment. You know, like make some like I'm just waiting for him to make some bullshit up at this point. Imagine Shapiro patrolling the halls of the convention center on a Segway with an alarm and flashing lights. Shapiro alert! Shapiro alert! I have to attend my sister's wedding. Oh my god. Oh, he probably would make that type of shit. I have to participate and attend my sister's bar mitzvah. If you don't like that, you're anti-Semitic. It's just like, now you're just a pussy bitch because you don't want to debate Kyle. So, fuck you. To be fair, we can't really say that he is right now because he hasn't pussed out, really. Or anything like that. We can only say that he's just a little bitch. Because he's a little bitch. Candace Owens did. Yeah, because Candace Owens is an idiot. And also, she wasn't attending her sister's wedding. That was a lie. I'm pretty sure that was a lie that she used to concoct. I don't know about her details on that shit, because I really don't care about her sister's wedding, because I don't give a fuck, but I'm pretty sure it was, like, well before Politicon. Or well after it. It was one of the two. It was not anywhere near the actual time of Politicon. So she was just a lying little bitch because she didn't want to face Kyle and face the savagery. Because, you know, there's disagreements like out with Kyle on certain issues, but he's just blunt and just principled on his issues, at least, and that's why I respect of him. And he just will wipe the floor with anyone who isn't. Because, you know, there are people who are principled he's talked with, and those conversations are definitely far more civil, or at least not civil, but far more, you know, like, intellectually expanding instead of just him just roasting a bitch on an open fire because, well, he's just doesn't take no bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure she is still in her sister at her sister's wedding, just like Dave Rubin is in recovery mode. Actually, Dave Rubin's not in recovery mode. Guess what he's doing? He's going to make a nice special appearance with Glenn Beck on the Blaze TV. You think I'm kidding? Look it up. I'm not. I'm being serious. I have to attend my own son's breeze. He's getting his anus circumcised. Wait, aren't anuses pre-circumcised? I don't know. The Blaze TV. I thought all those assholes were anti-weed. It's... You think it'd be a stoner channel, but it's not. I'm waiting for some stoner or some cannabis company to buy the Blaze TV and make it a stoner channel or some show or whatever. Buy it from Glenn. What if Glenn Beck or Blengek, you know, just Blengek. What if Blengek just sells the Blaze TV to some cannabis industry that offers him like a couple mil? It's like, here, we know your net worth is literally equal to this. Just take this. Just like, how about this? You know, scratch that. Well, this price for the Blaze TV is double the actual value of what this is. We are willing to buy this and make it a cannabis channel and a cannabis program here. Again, we believe that Glenn Beck has been flirting with the stance of let the states decide lately, mealy mouth, and sort of supports it to appeal to the libertarian wing. Dude, because Glenn Beck has no principle, and Glenn Beck has no philosophy. Remember when Glenn Beck used to be kind of like a standard right-winger type of guy that used to be on Fox with his own show and shit? And then he went to be a super fundamentalist Christian, and now he's becoming a super libertarian. He doesn't have a philosophy. He just swings into whatever he feels like will get him the most attention, because that's what he that's all he can do right now. That's like all he can do necessarily. It's just like, how do I make as much money and try to stay as relevant as possible, even though I'm irrelevant? Oh, I don't know. Well, let's try to appease to people who are disenfranchised with Trump, with like the whole, with like the libertarians or something like that. Let states decide things and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I'm sure, like, that's pretty much kind of where he's going now at this point. I don't really know if he's even doing the whole disenfranchised Trump thing, but, I mean, there's a lot of Republicans that are trying to do that type of thing, so it wouldn't surprise me. But, either way, it's sad. It's like, dude, just stop. Like, why? I mean, at least, like, just admit, like, what you are, I guess, Like, that's why I do this shit, because I can admit that I'm just some random schmo on the internet who just bitches on the internet. That's what I'm doing, right? So I can at least admit what I am and shit. Why can't you, Why can't you, Glenn? Like, just admit that you're just a drifter trying to, stay relevant. Just say it. I think you'll feel better about yourself. But yeah, Glenn's just kind of a sad individual at this point. It's just like, come on, man. You really cannot. You really can't just. He really is starting. Like, I've been seeing this with Dusty Smith too. Even it's just like, you really can't adhere to an ideology. Like, because I remember, for example, with Dusty Smith, he used to be a fervent anti-theist. Like, he used to be kind of like TJ in that aspect. And then he used to be kind of like a hardcore Trumpian. Literally, even at one point, I remember calling the Black Lives Matter movement a literal terrorist organization on par with Al-Qaeda, basically. And then, now he's like a total PC SJW wonky type of character. It's just like, Dusty Smith is a religious apologist now. Exactly my point. That's enforcing my own point here. Because, like, he used to be a stern anti-theist, and he used to be kind of like, overall, just a contrarian in a sense, kind of like how TJ's been. And then there's also, he, like, drifted all over the place when it came to politics for the most part, because he used to be Trumpian, and then he's super anti-Trumpian. It's just like, you really don't have a philosophy, do you, dude? You're just trying to, just ride the waves and see where you go. Like, I could easily ride the waves myself and probably get a little bit more, get farther than I'm here now, but I choose not to because I'd just rather be myself. I'd rather just be myself and not give a shit. A longer grind, sure, but I don't care. People want to watch and like it, whatever. People want to hate watch it, whatever. If people want to just curiously see what's up, fine. I don't care. If anything, I just do this because I like to. I don't, it's nothing over anything specifically. At the end, at least on the end of the day. He loves religion now because criticism of religion is offensive to SJW feelings. Yeah, and I really don't understand that, man. I don't understand this, like, oh, we must, like, apologize for religion, basically. It's like, how about no? Like, maybe, depending on the individual, sure, but I'm not going to, just based on, of an ideology, or, just because you happen to be X or Y or whatever. So pretty much he's taken the Sargon of Akkad philosophy. A little, I mean, not exactly, but a little bit, because Sargon does do the drift thing, too. I mean, to be fair, a lot of these YouTubers are drifters. At least a lot of the more popular ones. Like Dusty Smith, Sargon of Akkad. I remember when Sargon of Akkad actually used to be kind of lefty-ish a little bit. I mean, to some extent he is, but that's so not like it used to. Like, he's definitely more of a moderate conservative, if that. If that. Like, Sargon's only drifted in one direction, unlike Dusty. Yeah, that's what I mean, kind of not exactly. Because Sargon, he drifted from being somewhat left to now somewhat right. And now he's slowly kind of going that way. What if Kyle debated Sargon? He's had conversations with Sargon. Kyle Kalinske years ago, like back when Sargon wasn't the way he is now, they actually had conversations and uploaded them to YouTube. So you can look up Kyle and Sargon talk, whatever, and you'll find at least two. I think there's at least two of them. But again, they're a couple years old now. I think the oldest one is probably 4 years old. And the second one after that is probably 3. So it's been a while. It's been quite a while. And I remember Kyle talked to Sam Harris once. He's talked to all sorts of different people, honestly. I'm kind of waiting for the point where he talks with someone like Noam Chomsky or some shit, you know what I mean? Kyle having to talk with Noam Chomsky would be fucking insane, dude. That would be insane. It's not just because I find them to be both pretty awesome in their own ways, but either way, that'd be awesome. Actually, I'm now kind of reminiscing on the debate that Kyle had with Razor Fist. It's pretty fucking hilarious, honestly. Because Razor Fist got Razor Fisted. I think that's why a lot of people, when they're like, "Hey, you want to debate Kyle?" They're like, "No, thank you," because they see that debate and they're like, "Oh God, no." I still like Razor Fist. I do too. I like his gameplay. I like his gaming and music content. He's obviously lost. I agree. I do. I think he... I think he's just ignorant of politics, but wants to understand it, and just has a very strong libertarian streak with that. And it's just like, I can get it. It's just like, man, I don't know. It's just like, I can't really fault him for it, but at the same time, it's just like, dude, just do a little extra research on stuff a little bit, and don't be so reactionary. Just like a lot of people on the right and the left, he's kind of reactionary, which is kind of what builds up a lot of his philosophy, at least. From what I can tell, I don't really watch his political content anymore anyway, just because I just already kind of know what his spiel is on it. So it's just like, It's on the Drunken Peasants podcast. Yeah, and then Kyle uploaded the whole thing, too. So there's at least 2 different clips you can see it from. From Kyle's channel and from the Drunken Peasants podcast. I still need to watch that. Is it as good as Razor Fist JLP? It's good because it's fucking full of memes. The one with Jesse Lee Peterson. The one with Razor Fist, it's good because it's a pretty good fucking debate either way. Because I think, Razor Fist at least, was trying, and I think he actually meant what he was trying to say and shit. I just think that he's just ignorant on issues. That isn't, again, really his fault. And I don't, think of him less because of that. Just because someone's ignorant on issues doesn't make them dumb or fucking retarded or some shit, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, you just are just ignorant of it, okay. It's just like, you can't help it sometimes. You can, sometimes people can learn from that and be like, oh, I was ignorant of this and now I'm not going to, and then some people just aren't. And at that point, they kind of become more arrogant at that, instead of ignorant, but Sometimes it can help, sometimes it can't. But, I haven't obviously talked to Razor Fist before, and, I don't actually know him, so, I don't know whether he actually is just, just reading, a headline, or just reacting to it, or just reacting to, a little quick clip or whatever, or if he's being malicious, I don't know. And either way, it's just, that's not why I watch him, really. I like watching his content when it comes to, metal and stuff, and his, gaming content and stuff. I like all that, so, I'm gonna watch him for that shit. I know on Twitter he kind of, shat on Iron Maiden fans a little bit, and I actually, want to screen cap it and send it to Tyler to see what he thinks. Because I have a weird suspicion he would just be like, fuck Razor Fist, because because he was basically saying in the thread he was pretty what Razor was saying was just like with these other bands like Megadeth and stuff, Iron Maiden keeps pumping albums, but they get shittier and shittier every time, and then there's people who love Iron Maiden who just say they get better and better, and they're being pretentious dumbasses and shit. And that's not literally word for word. That's just a summary, layman, from what I'm remembering right now. And it's just oh, dude, come on. It's just bro, now your reactionary mindset is starting to go into the music shit, dude. It's bro, you realize it's subjective as fuck, right? You realize music isn't, this objective thing. You think, Iron Man's technically got worse than better. Yeah, well, to Razor Fist, he thinks Iron Man hasn't gotten better. Honestly, I just see, I'm very loose with music. I mean, I just like music, dude. There's, a time for beer metal has come and gone. I don't know. It's still around. They came back from the worst two albums in the 90s. I don't know which ones those were specifically, but because I like Iron Maiden just because I like listening to their songs, and I can't really say what album I like from them specifically. I just like a lot of different songs from them, and I just like their music in general, you know what I mean? I know what, albums that I love and stuff, like Number of the Beast, what was The Greater Good of God, and The Longest Day, The Matter of Life and Death, that was a pretty good one. Brave New World, yeah, that's a good one. Dance and Death was, yeah, in Somewhere in Time, there's a lot of albums and shit that they've made that are fucking awesome, but, for me, it's more about just, I just like their music, their, from everywhere and anywhere in their, discography, and I just like their sounds. I just like how they are, just structured instrumentally and stuff. A Matter of Life and Death wasn't their best, but definitely wasn't bad. You see, to me, that's kind of up there for me. Final Frontier was great. Yeah. See, for me, that's why music is subjective, because A Matter of Life and Death, for me, I hold it a little up there, because I think, for me, what got me into Maiden was listening to that album, because there's a lot of good fucking songs. The Longest Day, The Greater Good of God, These Colors Don't Run. There's a lot of songs on there that I fucking love. And for me, I think that's why I kind of hold it higher, I guess, when it comes to albums. I guess if I had to say an album, it'd be that one, though I think a lot of people who are fans of Iron Maiden would be like, what? Like that. It's it's not their best, but not bad, but, people will be like, huh? So it's more of an eyebrow raiser for people, but I think it's just because when I was getting into Maiden, I think it was, when I got into them, that was around the time that album came out. I don't remember specifically. I think that came out in the mid-2000s. I think. Again, I could be wrong. But I got into Maiden around the mid-2000s, and that's what got me into metal. So, overall, Maiden does hold a, place, in my music interest and shit. So, I just, for me, for, I guess just to Razor Fist, it's just dude, music's subjective. There's people that are just gonna like their music regardless, yeah, some shit is that they have isn't good, and some songs that they have are bad, sure. But that doesn't mean that is still going to affect people and impact people in a positive way, and people are going to like it, like, I don't like country and shit, but you don't see me shitting on it all the time. You know what I mean? Because, like, people like it. And there is some country, primarily, like, outlaw or hard country or country rock and shit like that, that's, like, kind of harder, more darker type of themed, you know, sounds that are more heavier. Like, that type of country I like. But, you know, just like, I got a beer in my hand and a six-wheeler, you know, that type of shit. Like, that's just so bad and so awful. Just go away. But people like it. You know what? Whatever. I don't care. Whatever. If you want to hear a song that's literally talking about my guns in God and country for like the 8 zillionth time, fine by me, bro. I don't give a shit. But what? It's not my thing, dude. It's just kind of cringy, honestly. I will shit on country. I can't stand that shit. See, for me, I can't. I'm the same way. I just, you know, but I'm just not. I mean, for me, I'm just not going to shit on genre just because I can't stand it. I guess that's just the main difference. Matter of Laughing Death came out in late 2000. It's the first Iron Maiden album I bought. Damn. All right. Well, so all right, I was a little off, but I mean, but it was the first one I've listened to when I. So I guess the first one you bought. So first Maiden album that you started to collect with. And for me, the first album I listened to getting into Maiden. So, you know, in a way, you know, both the album, I guess, has a reminiscence for both of us. But, yeah. X Factor's the other shitty album. Blaze Bayley just never fit with the band. Oh. Yeah, I'm not aware of that album. So, you know, again, you know, I'm sure there's songs in the discography of Iron Maiden that are terrible. And I'm sure there's a lot of, like, I mean, for example, with Metallica, I like Metallica too, right? Yeah, but there's definitely some songs, and I think this is a unanimous agreement, but specifically with Saint Anger, that everyone's just like, okay, yeah, even great bands can make shitty music, you know. So it's just like, yeah, it can happen. It definitely can happen. So, you know, I think that's just my criticism of Razorfist to kind of bring in full circle. It's just like, dude, I mean, as an Iron Maiden fan, you know, I can say that they have made bad stuff and critiqued them. You know, because they've had so many people come in and out of their band, you know, over the years and over the time they've existed. You know, it's just like, I mean, it's just like, I can totally, you know, as a fan say, yeah, there's definitely low points that they've had. It's not hard for me to say. Like, there's a low, you know, like, I think one of my favorite bands, as Stefan definitely knows, is Nightwish. And it's just like, yeah, you know, and I can say that, you know, they had a low point. I think that one would be Dark Passion Play. It's still one of my, an album that's really awesome, and I fucking love that album. But, you know, despite that, I would say that was kind of a lower point for them. Because Annette Olsland never really, her voice style, or vocal style specifically, never exactly fit in completely with the band in general. But with Imaginarium, they were able to at least adapt with it, which made them kind of come back up. And then they got Floor Jansen, so then their next album just ended up being fucking boom. Dark Passion Play is my favorite album by Nightwish. That's why music's subjective, isn't it? And even with that being said, I like it. That's what got me into Nightwish, was that album. The first song I listened to Nightwish that got me hooked was "The Last of the Wilds," and it's an instrumental song on that album. So there's definitely, you know, there's definitely, even with like the low points of bands, they can still put out good shit. What is beer metal? Honestly, I can't even really tell you. I think it's like a indirect genre that blends in with other genres of metal that is easy to just drink with. Like Iron Maiden is an example, because I guess that's why he's doing beer metal, thumbs down, which is a subjective opinion that I strongly disagree with, but I don't care. Because it's subjective, ain't it? So it don't matter to me. It's like, oh, you don't like it? I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna listen to it. It doesn't affect me. I find it kind of funny, honestly. Slayer, Megadeth, Anthrax, Iron Maiden, Metallica, Thrash. Like Slayer, Megadeth, it's alright. I love Anthrax, I love Iron Maiden. Metallica's pretty good, but alright for the most part. So that basically means I like beer metal. And is that a problem? No. So, like Wacken Open Air is basically beer metal festival. Because it's in Germany. Germany is known for beer. And metalheads love beer. So why not make a metal festival in a place that just loves fucking beer? You know what I mean? And have a bunch of people who love fucking beer go there. So Wacken Open Air is basically beer metal festival embodiment. It's not a problem. Good. Good. I'm just kidding. It's all good. And I just love it when people, for some reason, think it's a problem. It's just like, dude, it's like, get a grip, you know? I laugh at that shit because it's so funny to me. It's like, I mean, politics is one thing, but like when it comes to art, music, and shit, like if you just like, that's this, it's like, okay, you don't got to. That's fine. You don't like, okay, get over yourself. You know, it's just like I could look at art and be like, I don't like it. You know, I'll just move on. Or, you know, listen to it or watch it and be like, I don't like it. You know what? I'll rip on it sometimes. And I do it, I've done a movie commentary where I was ripping on a fucking movie and shit, you know, for the lulz and amusement. You know, it's just like, so what? The first song I heard from Nightwish was She Is My Sin. Oh, that's a good one, too. That's a good song. Bear metal is more than just thrash. It's one of those bands. Those bands. That's funny. Those bands. Iron Maiden is within the beer metal category, yeah. Iron Maiden isn't thrash, though. Oh, yeah. It's definitely not. But it's within that, like, it's not like a literal genre. It's just a genre. It's just like a subgenre that embodies other genres, basically. Well, I like beer and I like some metal, so it makes sense. There you go. And I do too, so there you go. I thought you didn't like beer. It depends. My palate's kind of changed lately. Like, because when I bought some at that concert, and I really didn't give a fuck, I was just like, yeah! I was just kind of going for it. And it was an IPA too, and I don't normally do that, so I could definitely tell my palate's changed. I used to, I'm slowly opening it up to beer. That's basically all I'm saying. Starting to slowly open it up. Just depends on it, really. Like, I can't do that piss water shit, but if it's like a good quality, like, something, just random little craft beer of some sort, I'm down. I just, like, and also, I'm really not a fan of bitter shit still, so if it's, like, really bitter, I'm gonna, like, But if it's a little bitter, I'll tolerate it, and then over time, I'll be alright, you know, because after a while, you won't really notice the bitterness, because you'll start tasting other flavors, so. Palate's opening it up. I mean, naturally, the human palate changes over time anyway. Because as a kid, I remember, like, up until around 5 to 6 years old, I used to love cheese. Then I absolutely fucking hated it. And then up until, like, my adult years. And now I'm opening it up to different things like goat cheese, Havarti, Gouda, smoked provolone. Like, smoked. Well, it's got to be some smoky provolone, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. You know, so I'm opening it up to cheeses again. And, so the human palate changes. So, it's just over time, me just opening it up to different taste, flavors, stuff like that. I have a feeling this is like some mind-blowing revelation. It's like, bro, you used to not like this shit. What the fuck, you been lying to me? Been lying to me this entire time. What else you lying about, boy? What else you lying about? What the fuck? I just imagine that's what's going through his head right now. Just like, what? What? Damn. The silence. It's killing me. This anticipation. Really? Do you have that, like, clipboard? Like, on your phone, like, as a clipboarded thing? Like, you got the copy, cut, paste, clipboard. And then that's, like, all the saved things. And do you got... Oh, no. Oh, wow. Damn it. I was drinking with Logan today. Damn. Yeah, dude, when I was on lunch, I realized I had like 30 fucking text messages in our group chat. It was because of you motherfuckers. This is like, it's like, god damn it. It's like, well, you all sound like you were enjoying yourself today. Sounds like there was some enjoyment and fun experiences. Honestly, I wanted to screen cap it because there's one point where Logan is like, I'm just downing ciders. But I remember the night we were having moonshine and shit, he was like, I'm going to hold off on alcohol for a while. And then you guys see that text of him saying he's pounding ciders. It's like, what? It's just like, wow. Not to call him out, but I'm calling him out. But it's just like, bruh, you totally contradicted yourself there. It's like, goddamn, bro. I'm not gonna just, like, chug the water even though I got tea. I got tea surrounding me. I got tea here. I got tea right here. I got tea everywhere. I got tea in the fridge. Tea, my friends. Tea for everybody. Tea and crumpets. Tea and crumpets. With our friend Tomat. I just thought of a shirt idea. I know DFF is doing like some sort of shirt contest, which I think is done by now. But I just thought of a crazy fucking idea where we can integrate Senryo Tomat. Because I know that's technically a character already. That isn't technically Senryo Tomat, but goddammit, he's fucking Senryo Tomat. And, how do okay, I need some pen. Okay, is there something I can draw on? Will this work? Fuck, that won't work. No, that won't work either. God damn it. Is there something? Anything? Something over here? No? Oh. Will this work? What's this? Is this... Ooh! This might work. What's this? A piece of paper. Let me look. What's this? What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Ew, it's a Kurt Schrader thing. Ew, it's a vote for Kurt Schrader. Ew. Ew. Yeah, I'm ripping this up. Okay. When was this? 2018? No labels, action incorporated. Oh, that sounds so bad. Yeah, this is from 2018. To break the gridlock in Washington. Oh, that's so fucking hilarious. Fuck off. Alright, whatever. Okay. I have a brainstorm. I have tomato right there, right? Yes. We'll just have a... Okay. There we go. I'm just gonna do quick doodles. Okay. Boom. This will be like the hands, but they'll extend as like a loving hug. I have like the little whatever, you know. What a creepy Senor Tomat. Okay, whatever. We should have... I'm gonna have a TJ in the center, of course, with his big bloated head. We should have a Scotty on the side. I gotta get his beard going. Damn, I actually did a pretty nice beard right there. Get like his long ass hair going and shit, but do like that crazy sweatback thing he does. Okay. Now I need to get TJ's beard. Just like that big bush. Damn, I don't know why I just colored it in, but goddamn it, now it's colored in. Fuck it. And now for Paul's absurd bush. And his absurdly manly manness. There we go. Okay. Now what else? Okay, now we need like some... Now we need to like something that symbolizes rhythm. Oh, he's already asleep. He is out. By the counts. Alright, Okay, now we got... What if they were also tomats? Okay, so... Okay, we're incorporating Chauncey. We're gonna have Chauncey's head right above TJ, in between Scotty and Paul. Okay. Oh... I have an idea. Incorporate the little hamsters that passed. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So we'll have... Incorporate that. We're gonna incorporate... what else? I'm gonna get Dino over here. Because fuck it. Why not? Little Dino. And then we'll have a little salve over here. We'll incorporate all the pets. Because fuck it. I don't care. We're doing that. And then the kitties just right below TJ. Just right below. I'm doing the very rough draft I have ever done in my entire life of an idea that I'm not going to continue after this, but fuck it, I don't care. We'll have the kitties like stretch up. They do not look like cats. They look like fucking fish. Oh my god, no. I can't fix it. We're just gonna have to go with it. What the fuck? They look like fucking fish. Jesus, what have I done? What have I done? No. What have I done? I made the... No. Whatever. Okay, Where should we put Nova? Fuck. So we got Squex. That'd be Manson. Cornelius. They have fucking Cornelius too. Where am I putting Cornelius? God damn it. They got 3 cats. Fuck, man. Just like me. Well, I got a little more. Well, I know. I have Cornelius, like, hop up to look like it's going after Nova. How about that? How about them bitches? That actually looks somewhat like a rough draft cat. Okay. We'll have Scotty, like, do, like, some crazy wizard power shit to, like, possess Nova. Well, not possess her, but, like, telepathically, like, lift her up away from the kitty. He's like, you are a weird creature, but I will protect you. Because you are the love of TJ. So he has to protect that shit. There we go. Boom. But he's keeping his hands off. Just like hands off that shit. And then like the top of the shirt should say rhythm. And then right below it should say of life. We're gonna need like some, like the flow of the rhythm. We'll have like the top little edges, right? Actually, no, we'll have it go down as like little ripples of the rhythm that flow to make all this possible. Well, one of them's gonna look crisscross, but I don't care. Of laugh. Boom. And then, of course, the DFF logo in the center of everything. I mean, I'm just going to put it as a DFF instead of the actual full thing because it's just so small. What else can be added? There's like 2 open spaces I'm not comfortable with here. What if we had like mini little tomatinos, like little like the horizon, like, you know, there's a horizons, all the tomatinos. We'll just have it like, ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, have all the tomatinos and shit, just like all in the background. Boom. And then. Senor Tomat, because he's a god, he can extend his arms however fucking way he wishes he pleases. He just cups it all together to continue the bountiful rhythm of life. But that's just basically the rundown. You probably can't see shit of it, but yeah. Also, in my high stupor, I think I fucked up the rhythm part, but I don't care. But yeah. It's just such a random little quick whip idea that just popped in my head, but I was like, I need to get this out really quick, because that just seemed like it'd be a cool idea. Again, it's a super rough draft, and TJ doesn't even look like TJ. But none of them look like who they actually are anyway. Besides Paul. I mean, Paul's really easy. Just make him look super bushed up like a bear. That's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. So there you go. But yeah, yeah. But hey, if only someone could try to incorporate that as a thing, because that'd be pretty fucking cool. I totally wear that as a shirt. I totally would. But like, someone make this a shirt, please, please. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All of that. Just there we go. Shabba-dabba. Shabba-dabba. Where? Ah, there you are. Do you like floatplanes in War Thunder? Oh yeah, floatplanes are pretty fun, honestly. I mean, I'm just not gonna lie. I really haven't been playing War Thunder at all lately, just because I've been just like playing Battlefield. Honestly, like I've been grinding to try to get the Panzerbusch 39. It's a anti-material rifle that just came out for the game, and also there's another one. It's a Berta M1938, I think. It's a four round burst rifle, and I'm just like, God damn, dude. This is like, why must they put out these fucking things that I want to try to acquire and check them out and use and stuff? Like, that Panzerbusch 39 looks so fun. I just want to use it just for the hell of it, honestly. I'm not even a fan of the AT rifle, at least the boys AT, just because I think it's just so overpowered against infantry, and I know most people just want to just be a troll and just murk people with that bitch. It's just like, okay, thank you. I still can't get Wahats to even try War Thunder. Why? Dude, War Thunder's fun, bro. You should seriously try it. War Thunder's legit fun as fuck. If you don't like aviation, there's naval, and there's also ground units. I don't know why I struggled to say ground units, but like where you can do tanks and tank destroyers, stuff like that. Yeah, you know. Yeah, War Thunder does Army, Naval, Air Force, you know, for, like, combat stuff. It's a fun MMO. It's great. He doesn't believe in free games. He only plays expensive-ass games. He doesn't... What does it mean? What? Hold on. Stefan, can you elaborate what the fuck that even means? Doesn't believe in free games? What? What does that even mean, dude? What does that even mean? What? Like, oh my god. That's essentially what he told me. What the fuck? I don't understand that. What the fuck? What? What? What makes the expensive ass game better in that he plays a game that costs money? Why would that doesn't that's such I'm sorry, but that's just so dumb. I legit don't know. My brain is actually hurting right now, dude. This could, I got it. Okay. What the fuck? Stefan, you broke the brain. You broke the brain. What? I don't even know how to even explain how that's wrong. I'm literally trying to conceive of a way to explain how that's just... I would take I would chug fucking liquor right now if it was in front of me. He doesn't like Fortnite for obvious reasons. Well, at least I can understand that. He swore off CSGO after Steam made it free. It doesn't hinder the quality of the game. What does that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, I really don't fucking get it. Like, I don't know, dude. What the fuck? I always laugh whenever the landing gear flies off and wonder, do die speeds? That would never happen. So at the time, I got in a huge argument with him and two other friends because I think Craigslist is the worst place ever to buy a car, and that people should buy a new one. Only buy new. Why waste so much money on a new vehicle? Because guess what? In about 5 years, it's just going to be on Craigslist. Maybe not 5 years, but you get the point. Honestly, that's just really fucking elitist. It's just like, really? What's wrong with $1,000 or maybe $800 fucking car on Craigslist that runs alright? Might have a minor tweak on the edge or two. And, you know, something that's utilitarian for what you need. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, really? I put my gear down at full speed and they don't come off. Never heard of that happening ever. I even asked technicians at the motor pool and he's pretty elitist, so yeah. Ugh. Yeah, no. Come on, bro. I'm just like thinking of a horribly asshole comment I could make, but I'm just not gonna make it. I'm just not gonna say it because it's just so like it's honestly kind of a douche ass move to say. Considering, I mean, knowing that he really isn't that bad of a person. It's just that his logic with that type of shit is just stupid. You know, he's not a bad guy. It's just his logic is dumb. Like the logic is elitist, not him. But it's just like, fuck it. I guess I'll say it anyway. I mean, it's just like, dude, like, I mean, wait until, like, you potentially, like, don't have any money and all you could really afford is, like, that $500 car. How you gonna, because you're gonna go in massive debt just so you can get the new one by that logic? Like, I mean, this is like, I mean, you know, maybe the change would be, like, you have to go broke or something to realize, oh, shit, yeah, maybe, you know, getting just a new hip thing isn't exactly the best course, but again, he's not a bad dude, so I mean, you know, I don't want that for him. You know, I mean, he can have all success he wants, so let him have it. I mean, people who wear fursuits have no place to talk about being elite. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't own one, so hence why, you know, there's definitely not a place where you can make that comment for. Because those things cost thousands of dollars, dude. Thousands. Like, the cheapest one I've ever seen was like 1,000. And that's not even around anymore. Like, I think the most minimal they ever go for these days is like 1,200. And that's for something that's just kind of eh. You know, for something that you want that actually looks good, you gotta, like, and actually looks kind of nice, you gotta fork up like 2G at least. He's never gonna run out of money. His parents are loaded. We'll just buy him a car. Oh my god. So he has a silver spoon in his mouth too, which enables a lot of that logic that he has. Hey, Bandito. I'm gonna pick your ass up because you're flip. Well, fine. Fuck you then. How about that, little bitch? Gonna chase off a kitty. I mean, shit, man. I mean, you know how nice it'd be if I did have that silver spoon in my mouth? Shit. I wish I could have what he got on that one. Nice roll of the die, I suppose. Though it was funny, his grandfather's even more loaded. He's Ben Shapiro's wife of the family. Oh, God. Yeah, he's loaded. Especially in this healthcare system. If you mean by Ben Shapiro's wife that he's a doctor. And, oh yeah, in this healthcare system in our country, oh yeah, he's definitely loaded. My parents are loaded by most people's standards, but I don't see any of it. And work for all my money. Yeah. I mean, my parents aren't, but I work for mine too. Nah, he's a military dude turned politician turned lobbyist. Oh, fuck that, dude. Oh. Because, bro, I kind of have the Ben Shapiro's wife shit, too, in my family in Texas, because one of them's military, but working to be politician, but in the meantime is lobbying. It's just like, yeah, you're the problem I call out when it talks politics. Sorry. And also, it has a family that has met the governor of Texas and got nice and cuddly with them. So, like, I have family in Texas that are kind of comfortable with the status quo, which I have a fundamental fucking problem with. So, oh man, I guess if I ever were to be in Texas, the closest I could have an opportunity of meeting politicians is potentially with that, with my family. Even better, the specific lobbying is anti-weed and pro-military industrial complex. Extra middle fingers. I wasn't born with enough middle fingers. No wonder he hates marijuana. That explains a little bit of it, I suppose, now does it? Man. Really interesting how close some people can be, to political issues in the country and not realize it. Like, I have a coworker and his brother works with Jeff Merkley as on his campaign staff and stuff. Well, not campaign staff, but his Congress staff and stuff, which I actually didn't realize about him until not too long ago when he was on a little vacation, because Jeff was too. So it was like, he was in town for a little bit, and I was like, oh shit. No, he's anti-Trump. He hates weed. Hates Trump. Loves the military-industrial complex. So basically, he's a disenfranchised Dem who has Trump derangement syndrome that is okay with the military-industrial complex because something something America and something something jobs. So let's bomb people and let's commit war crimes and stuff like that. Dude, I hate to have war criminals that I'm aware of in my family. Honestly, I'd hate to realize that fact to be like, oh God, he's a big fan of Bill and Hillary, if that makes a difference. So Republican light. He wants people to be killed. Fuck that kid. Yeah, it's just nah, dude. If you're pro-war on any metric, you're just in favor of war crimes being committed at this point. Dude is old as hell. Well, the 80 plus. Well, yeah, the granddad, but for Wahatz, I don't know how he feels about it. I'm not 100% too sure. I know he's more warmongery than, any warmongeriness is something I'm against, but he's definitely a lot more warmongery than most people I meet. But at least from what I was aware of, because I know he's alright with some intervention and shit. Likes it. Oh, well, there you go. Ugh, I hate that shit. It's just dude, you're just in favor of war. You're just in favor of, literal, war crimes and shit being committed. You're in favor of criminality. It's congratulations, you goofed yourself. My criticism still applies. Yeah, I suppose, huh? But supports Medicare for all. But he doesn't like politics in general. Well, maybe he shouldn't make opinions about them at that point, really. Well, in a sense of, if you don't like it, in a sense, and then you want to bitch about it, fine. But if you are going to like aspects of it, but then just hate it in general, but be oh, but I like the fact that it's happening, it's kind of a little bit of a back and forth and a flip-flop position. Which, if he likes Bill and Hillary, makes sense, because they are flip-floppers. They flip-flop like a fish out of water. So, it makes sense that they'll contradict themselves in a sense. Maybe someone, yeah, likes that. Like my grandparents' town when Clinton's bombed Kosovo. Damn. Or when Obama bombed Libya to all sorts of shit. Or when Bush, totally destabilized Iraq, which also Obama enforced. Doesn't normally bitch about it. The only thing he bitches is about Congress refusing to act on tech issues like net neutrality. Oh, they definitely won't act on stuff like that. Jesus Christ. I'm just not even going to read those out loud at this point. I'm just for the sake of YouTube, honestly. I grew up in the Balkans, bitch. Violence! Damn, son. Well, I can't argue with that now, can I? You want to bomb my people? I grew up around dead bodies and minds. Fuck that. Yeah, that's just I can't even imagine that type of fucking childhood, dude. Shit. I mean, seeing a dead body in general will change you. I haven't, so I just know that would. Just in general, it's oh shit, that's a dead human being. It's whoa. But then, to just grow up around it. Actually, what's funny is one of my coworkers from the apartments down the street and shit, they had this literal smell of death that was fumigating their apartment, and then they just recently found out that the person below them died and was decomposing, and their pet dog that that person owned was starting to eat that person because they died. And it's just like, oh shit! It's like, I, I like knowing that I was like half tempted to be like, damn, I probably like be like, hey, like I could have like tried to investigate that for her. Be like, I could try to investigate the apartment below. Maybe it might be something below it or something like that. We can ask around to see what people say about it and shit. But damn. And I had a relatively good in comparison. I was born after the wars. I just had to deal with the aftermath and residual shit. Yeah. Yeah, and for some places around this world, it's they're still having to deal with the fucking wars. You were lucky. I mean, it's just like it's just overall fucked that this type of thing. And there are just people on an everyday basis just blindly are okay with it, and are just accepting of the fact like, oh, this is just how it is. It's fine. You know, why don't we just try to be that guy, who, has like 2 Lamborghinis and, has like, 3 mansions and shit and lobbies, for the military industrial complex. Why don't we just be that guy? Because, I mean, that's just how it is. And they're making it. I mean, I'm a bright person. I can make it that way. It's just a stupid fucking mentality that just enables and enforces this entire system. And it is fucking everywhere. It's everywhere. From from these, just like, not to really throw them under the bus again, but, from people like Wahats, but to even people who are just, being fucked by that very same system. It's, there are people like who, and there's people who, benefit off it, like him. And then there's people who get fucked by it, but then are just like complicit and okay with it because they were taught and raised to be alright with that. And to be raised like, hey, I can get out of this rut because I can be the guy that has 2.5 Lamborghinis, 2 Lambos, and a Beamer for the kids. Exactly. I mean, and then have like the 3 yachts and shit. When honestly, goddamn well ain't gonna happen. And and then for the people who benefit off it, they know damn well that it will happen as long as they just keep the status quo and make sure that everyone else below them stays below them, and anyone above them is below them later on, because they got to get theirs, and anyone's in my way, they can fuck right off. I like the guy, but I don't want to get involved with gangsters. Oh wait, I have a cousin in Albania Mafia that always gives me gifts wherever I go there. He owns a Mercedes, Albania Mafia, rich kid status. I like the guy, but I don't want to get involved with gangsters. Yeah, no, I totally feel you on that one. I wouldn't want to get involved in that shit. Like, I wouldn't mind, hanging out with that person, but, it's just like, please keep that, a separate thing, I understand. I'm not gonna, you don't have to worry about it, your family, that's, that's just how it is, between us. Let's just keep it that way. Every time you go there, you see people drive around in Mercedes. Yeah, those people are obviously connected. Don't fuck with those people. Just don't fuck with anybody in general. That's just my principle. Just don't fuck with people. How about that? Like, I try to be anti-conflict, basically. It's just like, can we avoid that? Like, can we find solutions, even if we have to, like, kind of hash it out a little bit? And, which I guess in a sense is like, which in a sense is conflict, but, it's not like the conflict, I just want, essentially. It's not, or it's the conflict that I'm okay with, that, in that sense, because, like, we're having a conversation, we're talking it out, and, exploring ideas and shit like that. But he never hurt anyone, just sells marijuana and cocaine and stuff. Yeah. I mean, isn't that what most of those type of people are just doing? Isn't that why most people get involved with these organizations like the cartels and mafias and stuff? Because they just want to get by. So if they have to sell a little bit of marijuana or coke to some people, well, hey, at least I'm making my money and I'm living. and they're getting, and they're getting their, enjoyment in their little dopamine loop. So, win-win, ain't it? But that epic trolling potentium, though. I mean, I hear a lot of stories, honestly, about people who leave these organizations and shit, or like old members, or who are eventually got imprisoned, and it's just like overall they just are just trying to make theirs, just trying to support them and their family shit. Like I remember, I after Narcos came out, I actually did my own research into Pablo Escobar and Medellin cartel and the different names that have popped in and out over their history, different people within the group and shit. And most of them, even Pablo himself, for the most part, was all about like, hey, I just want to try to help out my family and the people around me and shit. I mean, obviously, the means of doing so were obviously questionable, and overall, I'm not trying to justify him or nothing. But it's just an example of like how, sometimes people are just getting crime just through desperation because they just want to try to, maybe for a sense of trying to be a Robin Hood like character like Pablo, trying to be like, maybe not just for the family and themselves, but for their communities and stuff. Because at least initially rising as a figure in Colombia, Pablo was seen as that type of guy. But, obviously, history slightly changed in time. But besides that, it's just like it really shows that like, there's a major like thing about like the whole system in general that needs to be put in question at that point for me, because it's like if people are so desperate that they're willing to risk their lives even trying to get a hookup with these type of organizations, because they don't fuck around, they don't want no just pipsqueak motherfucker, or some nobody, some literal random. They want like someone who's actually willing to like earn their bread, for their organization and shit, and is willing to take a beat down if needy. So it's just like they don't just take nobody, and if they think you're problematic, they just might just off you, depending on the organization. So it's just like so it's just like people risk just trying to get trying to make an income into these organizations that because of a desperation of the whole global system overall, because a lot of these organizations are international. Like what you're talking about in the Balkans and shit. There's mafias there, and then there's obviously cartels in Mexico and the U.S. There's obviously mafias in the U.S. too, and in Italy and Europe, all over the place. It's all over the world. It's a globally systemic thing. I mean, we can do what we can regionally, domestically for ourselves, that can also help with our neighbors, but, it's an international effort that needs to kind of be, that needs to take account for, be like, hey, on an international effort, how do we try to solve these type of issues and just try to cooperate with each other? Because, a lot of these type of organizations are, overall, like, to try to look at it in a psychological sense, is that they're trying to just like sustain themselves in a lot of ways. And again, it's a very negative thing that happens on society, but overall, I don't necessarily blame every individual in the cartel or in a mafia or whatever. Actions are one thing, but the individual in themselves is another. Oh shit, Suzuki, are you still have to kick tomorrow? Sure, what time? It was, noon, right? I mean, I might be a little hazy, but I'll still be down. Thankfully, the Mafia there doesn't do violence, not unless the police raid / attack them. They're not like the Mexican cartels who kill commonly and civilians for no reason. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Depending on your organization, that's why, in the middle of that whole thing I was talking about, depending on your organization, they don't fuck around, and they'll sometimes just kill you just because you're trying to connect with them. It's like, hey, fuck off, puto. And they might not even just shoot you. They'll be just like, they'll probably just, take some pot shots to the legs and then use a machete to, amputate your fingers and then, cut your tongue out or some shit. So it's just like, you know, Mexican cartels, some of them are on par with fucking ISIS when it comes to brutality. I'm just gonna be blunt. I mean, they're fucking brutal. Like, there's videos on Live Leak and all over the internet of Mexican cartel videos of them brutalizing fucking people. Just utter brutalization. It's just like, Mexican criminal organizations are at constant war. I wonder why. Interesting. Closer to 2 p.m. probably. Okay. Either way works for me. But yeah, I mean, usually, there's this viral video that was on our Watch People Die subreddit of cartels who had ripped all the skin and flesh off a man's skull and left him alive. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. Balkan mafias are too lazy to be violent. Well, mafias in general have kind of deterred themselves from violence, and some cartels, and drug cartels, not Mexico specifically, but some cartels in general have also tried to deter themselves from violence. At least trying to minimize it. I mean, there are, you know, obviously specifically in Mexico that is not the case because of the constant drug war that's going on there. But elsewhere around the world, I mean, for the most part, a lot of criminal organizations try to minimize violence as much as possible. Like, they'll still commit it, like with hit jobs, you know, like getting someone whacked and, you know, or assassination or some shit. Or, you know, defense if they're getting raided or attacked, stuff like that. I mean, there's, you know, again, they just try to keep it minimal. I mean, not always the case, but tends to be these days. Southern Europeans in general are lazy, but Southeast Europe is most lazy. You can walk into a business establishment in the afternoon and staff will be asleep or gone. Everything shuts down in the afternoon for a nap. I noticed, I've actually noticed this in Iceland when I was there, that around, it was around between 2 to 5 that it was literally dead. Just for a short, like, little 2 to 3 hour period. And then it'll pick back up again. Like, the evening rush was, like, at noon. Like, it was around noon to 2, around there. And then it started to slowly die down, and it'll die out for a little bit, and then it'll pick back up again. It's just one thing I kind of noticed. It's like, there is a definite, like, nap period that happens in the day that most people do. Or it's just like, you know, we're just going to, you know, laze out for a minute, you know? I noticed that. And it's just like, I love that. It's just like, there is, like, Europe, when it comes to, like, their time scheduling shit, has got it down for the most part. It's just like, I've noticed that they will have, like, a big break in the middle of the day for the most part. There'll still be people manning and operating stuff, but it becomes far more lazier. And it's just like, and just far more comfortable in a sense. And it's just nice. Like, when I was in Reykjavik, just browsing the city, it happened to be during that die-down period. And just visiting little shops and this little bakery, too, at one point, it was really nice. And even just to have, you know, able to even have an ability to have conversations with the locals because of that was made the experience even better, honestly. And it was just something I kind of picked up a little bit and just took advantage of. Because it's like, this will be a great opportunity to probably commune with locals while I'm at these shops and stuff. So let's go out there. So, I mean, you know, that's what I've noticed in Iceland, at least. I mean, there's like a chunk of people that will still man stuff, but are just far more casual. And then there's, like, you know, the people that run the rush hour shit. That's in between all that. I like the ability to be able to rest in the middle of the day, and I love the relaxed nature. But if you're American, you're to being you're used to being to get something to eat whenever or go to yeah, or like being able to yeah. They do that in Spain too. The afternoon break in Greece, Montenegro is universally considered the laziest country in all of Europe. I love it. That's awesome. Yeah, yeah. The American culture is so like go 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 go. That's like American culture is just like you gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. You gotta make your keep. You gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. And I hate it. I fucking hate being rushed. Like one thing in Europe I notice is that I like to be more leisurous. Like I take a little more time in between shit. To be fair, I do. But it's because I just like that, that's just comfortable for me. I like, kind of taking my time a little bit with things. Because I don't like being rushed. I don't like the go, 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 like, just constant. And then, like, all right, nap, wake up, my mind already does that. And to have more of that is already, it just overwhelms me. I don't like it. I like the convenience of American culture. I like being able to eat quickly and be served quickly in restaurants. Usually I want to eat quickly and get the fuck out. I want leisure at home. Yeah, I mean, I know there's like a balance of that in Iceland. I mean, I guess that's what I'm getting at with it. Because when I was at a restaurant, there's a little bit more of a leisure time for the food to be prepped and stuff. But it was fucking worth it. For me personally, because it allowed us to we had a little appetizer, just like one little thing, for everyone to have, and we're all just hanging out, and they had like one set of when they asked for drinks first, and we all got some form of alcohol basically, and we were all just having a little drink like we would at a pub basically at this point, just have all talking around tables and shit, and then I noticed the only place I noticed where it was actually kind of like go was this this grill that's actually right below this bar that I went in Reykjavik. It's on Lagavgava in Reykjavik. That's a street, and it's called, and the bar above it is Dylan's Whiskey Bar, but what's below it's called the Chuck Norris Bar and Grill, and they kind of have an Americanized grill, obviously. I mean, it is. So I think they kind of imply that let's get the food kind of quick prepped, let's make the convenience, of that Americanized culture. And I think, Iceland's adopted that a little bit. I think it's just because they're really close to the U.S., so there's people that kind of come back and forth from the U.S. more often, and also with Europe too. They get like a balance of both types of cultures, so I see a little blend of it. But with but there was like a fancy restaurant where we were waiting for like half an hour for our food, but it wasn't really that bad, so it's a lot more leisurous. But then, like a little pub grill, it's a lot more quicker. It was like more like 10 or 15 minutes, even if it's a little, and when we got there, it was popping, and we still got it within like 10 to 15 minutes, give or take. And then, it was just like, shit, this is pretty cool. Like, I mean, it's like, even while they're popping, they're still doing pretty cool. It's like, I love that diverse, different, where you, depending where you go, you can kind of have to be a little quicker on the go, or, just kind of laid back and chill. Some places in Europe, I definitely, obviously, are just like, we're just going to chill, In America, it's just like, we got to go, 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 go. It's just like, I like the balance. I prefer that balance, because some places I can be like, I just need something quick. Then some places I can be like, I like to chill out and just kind of wait for food, because I just kind of want to hang out, but, I don't really got anything in my place. I'll go to the steakhouse or some shit, Like, I kind of like that. And being in Reykjavik specifically I mean, because it's such, because surprisingly, downtown Reykjavik is really condensed, and so any of that is pretty much anywhere. Like, I was able to walk from, like, one side of downtown to the other within an hour. Less than that, actually. Like, but an hour if I want to stop and look at stuff. But, like, 30 minutes, if that, honestly. Like, it's a very small, condensed place. And there's restaurants, little pub bars, everywhere. Like, all over the place. And so you can get something that's leisurous, something that's a little quick. If you want to just grab a quick drink real quick, you can grab one, come out, stuff like that, Like, it's I love that. It's just really cool. I mean, to kind of have the mixture of all that, and to know that they also have that like little break time in the middle of the day too is really nice. That it's not like total shutdown. It's just like, you know, we're like relaxing now. Like a lot of us are gonna take a nap. We're gonna have some people just kind of chill, make sure shit's good. But yeah, we're gonna chill for a while. It's because the other people were doing their naps and stuff. So now we're gonna do our thing. So it's just like I love that. I mean, I just love that more leisurist style. Of just going about your day. I mean, it's really like even while we were there, we felt like we didn't really need to be rushed. Even when we were like, okay, we need to go here and be here at this time and this time, we didn't rush it, and we got there when we needed to, and it was great. Like the entire time, it was while I was out there was just leisurous, comfortable, and peaceful. Like there was only one time where I think we were rushed, and it was just like we were trying to find our way back to where to our place we were staying at, one of the drives back. And at one point I was just like, "Can I drive? Because I know where we are. I've looked at the map a few times. I've seen some of these street names. I know where to go. Please, please." Like at one point I was kind of begging, like, "Can we please let me?" Like, I don't care. I will fucking do it. I don't give a shit. Like, I actually know where to go. Please. I don't want to hear bitching. I was just like, I really don't want to hear bitching anymore. Just let me do it. But, didn't happen. But whatever. We got home eventually. Fun trip. But, either way, I do love that leisure. That leisureness that Europe got. It's just so nice. Have you ever driven? Well, yeah, I've driven a few times before. Never for like a very long period of time, but I definitely know what I'm doing when I'm driving. It's just I don't have that much experience, but I have some. Like I said, I know what I'm doing. It's just like what I wouldn't be comfortable with is like either rush hour on like some like a high traffic road, or a highway. Basically those will be kind of the only two, like a highway like in like urban resident, going through a city or some shit. If it's like a long stretch highway just going one town to the next, that's one thing. But like, in the middle, all that shit, a little different. So I still have things I'm a little about, but overall, I know what I'm doing, and I'm pretty comfortable about driving around. It's just a license thing I need to deal with and shit, but that hasn't really been on my mind lately. Just because of other things. Ooh. Nice. Ugh. Man, that made me feel a lot more like opened up now. I feel like opened. I felt like I was all like enclosed. Now I feel open now. That even made me feel like my lungs opened up more. Driving is easy. Yeah. It really isn't that hard. I mean, like, a year ago, I probably would have been like, yeah, I don't know. But, like, now, I'm just like, it really isn't. Because now I've done it a few times. I'm comfortable with it. It's just certain environments of driving I'm not quite comfortable yet with. I love burritos. What are your ideal burrito toppings? Fuck, dude. What type of burrito are we talking about? Breakfast burrito, like a beef burrito, or, I mean, we could do any type of burrito, bro. I mean, fuck. I don't know, dude. This is a big question we're asking. Big question, partner. I mean, All right. I mean, to at least get an idea, let's narrow down the type of burrito. Like what? Which type? I can name you my. I'll name you the breakfast burrito because that's on my mind right now for some reason. Obviously, the eggs. Obviously, um, bacon, onions, Mexican burrito standard. Fuck. Well, I'm doing my breakfast one first. Um. Okay, eggs, bacon, onions, like a normal burrito, non-breakfast. I'm doing my breakfast one first. Settled. It is settled, sir. What else? Ooh, diced up maple ham. Maple honey ham. Diced. Like little dice bits. And, a little bit of cilantro. Hint of maple syrup. Salt and pepper. What else? I know I'm missing one thing. Ooh. Shredded pepper jack cheese, sprinkle on top, wrap that bitch up. Boom. Boom. Did I forget the hash brown, like the potato part? Oh, I did get the potatoes in there. You gotta like have like either hash browns like all sprinkled in there or like, you know, like potato slices or some shit. You gotta get a potato in there, you know what I mean? But that would be my breakfast burrito. A normal burrito, steak or ground beef, as Stefan was saying. There would be a little bit of rice, not like super, like not too much, and brown rice, like a little bit of brown rice with a little meat. Mix that stuff together, and then get some onions. As you can tell, I love onions. A hint of garlic, just a hint. And then I will have a little bit of pepper jack, yes. A dash of salsa. What else here? I'm forgetting a couple things. There's a couple things that I'd probably like on there that I'm thinking about here. Alright, so I got the ground beef, I got the rice, I got the onions, I had the garlic, salsa, cilantro. Like I'm forgetting. What am I forgetting here? Jalapenos. Yes, that's it. Yes, that's what it was. Jalapenos, dude. Lucky 7 ingredients. Wrap that bitch up. Boom. Gotta get some jalapenos in there, dude. I used to hate jalapenos, and I love the shit. Damn it, now I'm craving Laughing Planet. I'm craving a... Dude, I want to... Oh, my God. I want a burrito that I just described. Well, I want either a I'll either want the one that... I will either want my breakfast burrito or the standard burrito. Like, I mean, either or would be fucking amazing right now. I wish I had the ingredients to make one. Or I would. I'd probably make it for you guys to see, honestly. Fuck it, but I don't. If I did, I would. Seriously, but I don't. Like, I would need the wraps. I would need the jalapenos. I would need an onion. I need some... Well, actually, I got 4 blend mix. I got a Mexican style 4 cheese blend, actually. So that would actually kind of work as a substitute. I got the garlic. I would need Safeway. They're closed already, and I don't have money. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't just. I wish I couldn't just go get it. I have to wait until Thursday. Which isn't that long, and I have food anyway. It's not like I'm gonna starve for a few days. I mean, I have food. What else? I mean, I actually have at least like 3 ingredients that already. I got the rice. I would need beef. I got the eggs, rice. I got the garlic, salt and pepper, and cilantro, but I don't have the jalapenos, the beef. Now, honestly, I'm thinking I should do that as a little thing for y'all. I'm probably gonna do that, honestly. Get like when I do a stream, just cook for y'all. I'm lazy. I would just stream Chipotle making my burrito. Oh my god. I don't think the person making your Chipotle wrap would be okay with that. Just saying. Not that there are, I mean, there are real life streamers out there that will literally stream like a lot of the shit they do around in public and will like even like their encounters while like ordering something. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here, dude? I remember, Stefan, I don't know if you remember Sam Pepper, but that motherfucker, I literally dead ass, straight up like, at least used to do like live vlog streams for hours and hours and hours at a time, just walking around. And it's just like, what? Just get into trouble trolling people and crazy shit. And he actually got into some crazy shenanigans with Billy the Fridge and Ben Pie from the Drunken Peasants when they were hanging out one time. It was like, oh my god. It's like, jeez, dude. Guys are crazy, dude. Sam Pepper's fucking crazy. I don't even know what he's doing now. I really don't care. Like, the guy, like, the dude literally, like, convinced one of his friends that, like, he got kidnapped by terrorists and his buddy died. Like, that's just, like, what the fuck? God damn, bro. I have a gun range live stream on my old channel. I could potentially find it. You can find it somewhere. That's what I'm saying. I could find it somewhere. I'll find it here, though. But I'm not going to try to find it here. Because this will all go away. This is at a Charleston outdoor gunnery range near the Naval Yard. Huh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's not a lot of outdoor ranges around here. You'd have to kind of just go out in the forest. Join the wilderness. Join us in the wilderness. If you want to. Oh, there you are. Where's it? Oh, it's way over there. God damn it. God damn it. I might have to go all the way over there just for that damn thing. Okay, whatever. I prefer outdoor ranges, especially in the desert, because there's endless horizon, clear skies, and you can see the tracer rounds ring out in the distance. Yeah. That's always fun. Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm gonna recycle this anyway. Going on a recycle run. Recycle run. Going on a recycle run. Oh my god. It is raining. It is raining out. You can do whatever you want at desert ranges, smoke dope, shoot shit, drive your off-road around. Damn. That's kind of why I prefer, like, the ranges that are just kind of, like, where, or, like, literally in the middle of nowhere where you can kind of make your own range. Because you can just do all that without the worry of random motherfuckers annoying you. You can do whatever you want at the desert ranges. Oh, wait. Here I just drive out into Piedmont and the hills into the country. Yeah. Just go out into the countryside. Do your own thing. What do you want? Oh, fire my not. Oh, I don't got one yet, so it'll be my first, and I don't really know, to be honest. Probably, ideally, an SKS or a Mosin or maybe maybe like a 22 of some sort. I don't know. Just kind of really depends, you know, of like kind of what I'm feeling, you know, like at the time, because I have a lot of ideal, interesting weapons I like to have, but I'd just be like, well, can't necessarily acquire that. Because of organ law? Not necessarily. I mean, I could get like a Kalashnikov or something like that, but because of organ law, it would have to be semi-automatic. But it'd be something I could get. I mean, you know, I just don't know necessarily what, you know, that's kind of what I mean, you know, it's just like, I don't know what specific firearm I would. Because, like, there's, like, there could, you know, there'd be, you know, firearms that would be something I'd want, But sometimes it'll probably maybe be a specific thing that I'm looking for, but also at the same time, it's like what would be something I could just have, and that would be kind of cool. And sometimes it just won't be around. It just kind of depends, and also just like I don't know, like I mean I don't really know what like necessarily my first rifle or firearm would be. Just buy an interstate. I could. I mean, I'm just thinking here, like, it would just have to be like when I can get one, because it's just a money issue right now. But once I start having like a savings again, like built up, like I'll eventually be able to like start thinking about getting a firearm again. So I think once that pops its way through, I'll be like, all right, let's start doing that. Because I mean, I really do have like a jumble random list of different firearms that'd be cool to own or nice to have, just to have or whatever. But it's just like I cannot whatsoever be able to get that. Oh, fuck. Well, what do you think about the dispute put up this about building the telescope observatory tower in Hawaii? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it seems like that, like, I'm kind of like 50-50 about it, honestly, because it's like, they already have one up there, but it's also a telescope that's meant to be doing a specific purpose. So it's just like, and they don't got one up there to do what it needs to, and it kind of needs to be in a little spot. So it's just like, I mean, I don't know. Once they build it. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of leaning on it too. I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of like neutral on it, I guess. It's just like, it's just like if they do it, they do it. If they don't, they don't. But I'm kind of leaning on they should do it. So that's kind of how I feel. Hold on, let me figure this one out. There's only certain places where they build telescopes as they build it. Exactly. Have you ever seen the picture of a night sky on a clear night on one of those Hawaiian mountains above the cloud level? I haven't actually seen pictures of that before. But that sounds fucking amazing, though. As long as the government properly compensates them for the land under amendment domain and build it. Yeah. You can see so many stars, it's insane, out of the ocean. Alright. Ocean. God, I wish I could see something like that, man. That'd be fucking amazing. I really would, dude. As someone who loves looking at a night sky, oh, God, that'd be something I'd love to see. I've rarely seen a full night sky before, and when I have, I cherish every second of it because it's fucking amazing, dude. There's no clear night sky right now because it's all rainy. I like how that just works with pretty much anything. Logan buys a dinghy and attempts to set sail for Hawaii. Well, he'll become fish food really quick. I'm out for the night. You son of a bitch. Okay. Pinky doesn't want to work right now. It's just like, no, please stop. Neil Tyson is good guest on Jerry. I love all his streams and anecdotes. Streams of anecdotes. I know, right? He has like anecdote. It's kind of funny. I do have to love it though. But I do like the character. I do like him overall in general, though. I really like he really like I really don't mind him going on his tangents. Honestly, I like because it's like really fascinating either way. When you're just on drugs, I don't really think he is. I don't get like people's like because there's literally like on that live on that podcast, everyone was like, you must be on uppers and drugs and stuff. It's like, dude. Like, I honestly really don't see Tyson doing that, honestly. I mean, I could see him on Adderall and methylphenidate. I mean, maybe. I mean, I'm not going to say that he doesn't, but I don't know. I don't see him as that type of guy. But, maybe. There's always a chance. So, I don't, rule it out. This would be good in drop D. It can make it seem like there's different instruments playing all at once with just one. That's what I like about guitars, honestly. You can just, tune the... you can honestly... There's no real way you have to tune your guitar. You can tune it to anything you want to make a really nice... Just there, just it's all right there for you, and, just, for what you need specifically. Like, if you want to do certain chords, but you want to have it easier for you to manage with, you can tune it to a certain way so you can do that. There's standards, but then you can tweak it around the edges. That's what I love about it. No! Damn. Well, I need to go to the bathroom really quick anyway, considering I just drank some water, which is kind of stupid, but whatever, I'll be right back. Get that. it's wet out there. I go to Amsterdam in a few months. That sounds amazing. Oh, in about a month. That's even more amazing because it's sooner than a few. Oh, a pretty good amount of time, so. Got one more bowl here a little bit anyway, so. That's all there's it. Love good Kit Kat. Yum. Smoky. Damn. Well, still some in here. Damn. Let me kill it off. Oh, man. Slobber. Oh, God. I will slobber that one. Ew. Well. I'm getting out of here, so deuces. Peace out really early, but whatever, deuces. I'll see y'all, of course, in the next one, whatever it may be. So, toodaloo, you sons of